Hey, thanks for tuning in again to Crypto Nexus. Today we're going to take a look at a project that came across our radar a couple of days ago called Mantra DAO. We'll begin with an overview. The Mantra platform will be made up of three major elements: a savings and lending platform, a governance structure based on the token OM, and a reputation protocol called Karma. The lending, earning, staking are all pretty straightforward, so we won't spend too much time on them. In terms of staking, initially you'll be able to stake with Polkadot and Kusama, with current plans to include Tezos, Cardano, and Tron. In terms of lending, initially Mantra will be working with Compound, with plans to also develop its own stablecoin. Let's jump and talk about Mantra's main highlight, which is the governance structure and reputation protocol. You've probably noticed that 90% of the recent DeFi launches are fairly identical in what they're pitching. You'll have a variety of DeFi services driven by aggregated or interoperable features, and you'll have governance features driven by a token. It seems the weakness across the board has been in the governance structure, and specifically the ability to incentivize and engage the community. If we take Yam for example, their governance was fairly straightforward. Own a token, you'll be allowed to make proposals and vote. When Yam's bug was discovered, they struggled to pull off a vote, mostly because it was such an urgent situation. But even if that didn't happen, a lot of projects will struggle pulling together the community, with token holders either being too lazy or uninterested to vote. So you could end up having a minority making major decisions. Here's how Mantra is tackling that issue with its reputation building system. Holders of OM will have an opportunity to earn Karma points, similar to Reddit, to incentivize community participation. You'll get Karma points for different actions, and then you can redeem them by entering into what they call the Mantra pool for rewards including increases on interest rates, decreases in staking fees, and better loan interest rates. If we take a quick look at the back end, Mantra is going to be driven by RioChain, which is a product of RioDeFi. So you could think of Mantra being more the front end, the user interface, acting as a DeFi service broker, while RioDeFi is the backend development. In fact, you'll notice much of the Mantra team is made up of the RioDeFi team. Which brings us to arguably the most important factor when predicting the success of a project and the question of whether you should invest. And that is the strength of the team and the ability to develop and apply the technology. Now, we know that RioChain's interoperability capabilities will be relying on Substrate and Polkadot protocols. We also know that Polkadot and Substrate are products of Parity and Web3 enterprises. And of course, nobody's really going to question the brains behind Parity and Web3. So much of the focus will be on the RioDeFi and Mantra teams. The project still being in its infancy, the question you'll have to ask yourself is whether you think they'll be able to pull this off. If there's one thing in Mantra's white paper we did find a gripe about, it'd be the reliance on Rio Fuel. In order to exchange OM tokens, you'll need to have a Rio Fuel tokens, which is native to the RioChain. We just thought pushing users to adopt another token was an unnecessary added step. But since they're emphasizing community governance, maybe someone will propose and vote to scrap Rio Fuel and use OM tokens to pay for transactions instead. That is it from us. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with Mantra. We hope that you'll give us a like and subscribe. We'll actually be spending the next few weeks looking at new promising projects. So hit the alarm bell for notifications, and if you have any tokens or projects that you would like for us to review, leave us a comment. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bien. I am singing at the party. I am singing, it's my turn to sing at the party. Everyone is dancing.